Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I thought that I haven't done this before, but I have a blog. I have a couple blogs, one besides this one, but one that I use for my family research for the family, and I've had it probably longer than this one, but I have it, but there's a lot of information on it. But what I haven't done is citing that blog in my family file because I may have information on the blog that's not in my family file, but and also want to keep track of who I have blogged about. So here we go to my blog, and it was done in 2009, and it was a query that I posted from a newsletter that I actually have the newsletter, but it was an article about Mary Worthington. Now, Mary is in my family file, so I'm going to go over to Family Tree Maker. I'm going to go to the People workspace, and there is Mary. And let me just zoom in a little bit. So there's Mary and her parents and her children. Let me go back over to the blog, and there's Mary and her children. And I have information, and I really should have the same information in both places. I'm not sure that I do. I'm not sure that I don't. But I want to capture this information and create a way to track this blog post. So I'm going to click on Mary's Person tab. The first thing I want to do is make my research log entry that's going to say 040315 a Worthington blog post. That's all I need to put there because I'm going to cite it, but not right now, but I want to put it there so I know that I did this today. There's a tab here called Web Links. Now I'm going to go to my blog and I'm going to copy the URL from my blog, and I'm going to put the blog address into the blog address field that's in Family Tree Maker, and I'm just going to type a Worthington blog. So I have a link right here that's not a lot of detail, but it's a link that'll take me directly to that blog post. So I have it in my research log. I have a link to it. I want to cite it. So I'm going to go to sources. And I don't have a blog post for this, but I'm going to create a template. I want to use the template format. So I'm going to click add. I want to click new. And I want to use the keyword search of blog, BLO, and blog broadcast web miscellaneous is the correct template. So I'm going to select it. It asks for the author's surname. It asks for the author's forename, other articles, other authors. No, there isn't. But then it asks for the article title. So I'm going to put the article title that's right there, and just so you know what I'm talking about, there is the article title. And who is the blog creator, blog name, posting date. This is that date that was so important. I'm going to put 01 December 2009, and I will only put in http:// if I learn how to spell blog post, high level blog post URL. And I think I started this in 2008. So that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to put query for Mary Worthington. This was a query that somebody had in the newsletter, and they made the query, was in the newsletter, and so that's the citation, and there's the URL. I'm going to put accessed. 03 April 2015. And I'm not going to include either the web address or the citation text. I don't need to do that because when I create that source and citation, there is the full citation down here. The only thing I need to do is copy the access date here after the URL. So I now have my citation. It tells me what the title, the URL of the title of the article is. It's a weblog, the name of the website, the date that the article was created, and when I accessed it. I'm still not done because I don't have this citation linked to anybody. So I'm going to click New, and I'm going to type Worthington Mary. And she was born in 1721, so there she is. And I'm just going to select her name, and I'll tell you why I'm doing it this way. Is all I'm doing is going down here and selecting her name, and click OK. So I now have a link from the blog to her name fact. I'm going to go to her because I'm still not quite done. Because what I want to do is a task, and I'm going to add a new task. And the new task is enter facts from this blog post. And I'm just going to put it into my follow-up category of tasks. This is so that I don't forget to go to that blog post, this one, and capture all the data. So when I do that, I have the citation already set up for the blog post. So I will link all the facts that are in this blog post and bring it into Family Tree Maker. And I already have the citation started, but I want to do that. And I want to remember that I need to do that. And I have another task that I want to add is I'm going to locate and scan. I'm just typing it in caps, so I'm remembering what I'm supposed to do. Original newsletter, article. And I'm going to put that in the same follow-up category. And I'm going to click OK. So I have two tasks that I need to do follow up with. One is to enter all the facts that are in that newsletter. and put it into Family Tree Maker because it's more information than what's on my screen right now. And by the way, I click her name, and the blog post is right here, this last one. And when I end up by entering other data, that citation will have links to other facts. So with that in mind, that is how I am recording my blog post, so I know who I have blogged about, and I make sure that I have all the information that is in that blog into my database. And I really want to get back to that original document, which I have in my files, and that is the original newsletter that I captured this article from. There's a benefit for that because I just put cousin bait out there. Well, I put it out there in 2009, but if somebody comes to that blog post, I will know that that blog post is in my database. So when I get a comment or something from that person, I know exactly where it is in my database. So I know that's long-winded, but I think it's worth the time. Here's how I cite a blog post of my own. Thank you. Have a great day.